Hello again. This is the card that I modeled this project off of, and this next project. And I'm apologizing up front because when I did this was a part of a swap I did, and I fell in love with it. And I created the whole class, and then when we got to my in-person class, we realized that this stamp is not a part of the Snowflake Wishes set. So I apologize in advance. This is a part of the Poinsettia set, and I do not own that. So knowing that most of you have your own stamps, you're going to have to find something to fit on this small piece of paper. And I already have yours notched. I don't have this one notched yet. But otherwise, you'll have to substitute maybe a white piece or something else. So I'm sorry about that right up front. But besides that, it's a beautiful card. It's got looks like a lot of detail, but actually it comes together rather quickly. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So as long as we're talking about that, let's go ahead and start with that so I can get this part put aside. And here we go. So this is what we're going to use, and there is some embossing on it. You can either heat emboss it if you have that, or you can use, sorry, my cord's in the road. You can use white ink if you have that. Otherwise, like I said, this is the part that didn't really go as planned. But it worked out all right because there's some great stamps that you could put in there. I found one that kind of fits that I like. I am going to use the Embossing Buddy. You can't get these anymore from Stampin' Up. I think you can get them from other people, which I hate to use, but I want to use it. Otherwise, they say you can put some baby powder in a nylon, like a pantyhose nylon, and it works. But I didn't want to get things. So I'm using the Versamark, and it's a brand new pad because I misplaced my other one. In the meantime, I have found it, but brand new. I haven't used this one yet. So I'm hoping this works. I'm going to move it down so I can see it. Hopefully you can see it also. I again apologize for the lateness of the videos. I did not feel well this week, and it is showing by my list of to-do projects that didn't get to done, as I would say. So I am catching up as quickly as I can, and these will be posted this evening, so you'll know that I did it. I posted it as soon as I could. So I will, like I said, get these posted ASAP. So I'm going to go ahead and put the white embossing powder on it. And I'm not very neat when I emboss. This has got a little glitter in it just because that's what I use for my classes. So other people have used this and gotten a little glitter in it, but that's okay. I'm just tapping it. This Happy Christmas is from the Snow Wonder set. So if you have that one, you can use the Happy Christmas. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you have to find something in your stash that works for you to use on this, or skip the outside sentiment altogether. It's a beautiful card without it. And so, yeah. So I'm going to set that aside. And I do have the heat tool plugged in and ready to go. So I am going to go ahead and turn it on. And I probably won't talk for a couple minutes while we're doing this. I have my tweezers so I can heat it without lighting my fingers on fire or making it feel like it. So I'm assuming with my microphone you can still hear me. I hope you're all well. Up. And staying healthy. Oh, there it goes. I love this. I love heat embossing. It just seems like magic. It makes everything look so crisp and professional. So, like I said, if you have white craft ink, you can use that too. And there we are. We are done with that part. So, like I said, I notched yours already. This one, I am going to notch. I will show you how I notched yours. I used this punch once again. I think I showed you this on a different video. And I will do it on this also. There we go. So I'm just going to do one on this one since I can, and yeah, because I don't know what stamps you have. This is the one I came up with for my demonstration because of the other one not working, because I don't own it, and I apologize again. So we're going to set that aside. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to emboss we have two things we have to do with this set. And I am going to actually put my paper aside for a moment and get out my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, paper cutter just fell, can you tell? All right, so this one, we're going to use the embossing folder. And I need my plates. I need plate 1, 3, and 3. So I need 3, 3, and 1. And if I haven't told you this before and you're interested, the mini machine is available to customers in January. Yay! So if you don't want a big machine and you just want a little guy, it will be available to you. It could be available to you this month if you would be interested in getting the starter kit. You can even be a kitnapper and just get the starter kit. I cannot keep my cord out of the video tonight. I am very sorry, but I use a microphone so that you can hear me better and not have as much background noise. So I'm just loading this in here and embossing quickly. If you have my class packet, you already have this embossed. But those of you on YouTube, if you catch this, there's that one embossed. This next part we're going to do, we need a 3, a 1, and I'm going to use the magnetic platform. Even though it's not available right now, I'm still going to use it because I like it. I also need the 2. If you ordered it, they will be sending you a refund because they curved. And so, yes, it is on the way. Something has triggered my allergies. And so if you hear a wrinkly tissue, that's all it is. Like I said, it's been a week. A crazy, crazy week. All right. So the next thing I need are the dies that came with the Snowflake Splendor. They are these dies, and I'm going to use, they are the So Many Snowflakes dies, and I'm going to use this big one right here, and this is already done for you also if you have my kit. But this way you'll know how I did it in case you bought the supplies as well. I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to run it through with this and make a peekaboo window for the glitter to shine through, the glimmer paper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in and run this through. This one doesn't pop like the old machine used to do as much. All right, so we have that. And there we go. Look at that. A lot of it stayed in there, but I can get that off later. If you have the die brush, that works really, really well to get it off. So, all right, I am done with the machine. I'm going to set it aside, fold it up. It doesn't take as much room that way when you're not using it, and put it aside. So now we have this beautiful piece, and we're going to put some, I'm going to use some of this runny glue on the back. You can use whatever glue you wish to use, of course. Let me get my mat back so I don't glue the table. I just as soon throw a piece of paper away than have to scrub the table with glue. And my glue is being a pain. This is how my week has just been. It has been just crazy. We'll put a drop in a couple other places so it will adhere to the glitter. Oh, actually the glitter's not going to cover that much. It's fine. All right, so then we're going to put this down, and it's not going to cover it exactly perfect. It might hang out the side. I might have to trim it just a little bit. I'm actually going to move it over. There. And then I'm going to trim it. So depending on how well yours got cut, you may or may not need to trim it. And you could use a paper cutter for this, of course. Paper trimmer. All right, so that is done. So I'm going to just push down on it gently, and I'm going to set this aside. And I have glue everywhere now. And that's what, there you go. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to pull off this for me. And we're on to the paper because I'm going to fold this in half because I did get glue everywhere. Oh, yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles lately. Today's National Cookie Day, if you didn't know. So we're going to do this. All right. So next up, I literally have glue everywhere. Okay. We're going to use the Whisper White pad. This is a craft ink, so it takes a little longer to dry. So if you were to use it on your words, you would definitely want to do it first. I'm going to use it to just make these snowflakes pop out a little bit more. And this is just one of our daubers. And I'm just going to go over this paper and just kind of make the snowflakes stand out a little bit. I'm not focusing just on the snowflakes, however, because it's raised, it will catch more of the ink, but I don't want it to look like I just singled those out. So I am just kind of doing circles, stripes, however, whatever I need to kind of bring out those little snowflakes. And it doesn't take much, and I should have done a before and an after for you. But anyway, there you go. So that's how we're going to do with that. Those daubers come in packages of 5. I would be happy to help you order some if you need some. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I've got, I don't want to get glitter all over this card, or glue all over this card quite yet. All right, got some glitter on there already. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to get out my bone folder, which is laying here anyway. And if you get edges on your cards because of the paper cutters, sometimes you just have to smooth those down with the bone folder too. That doesn't take much. So this is going to go here, and this other piece is going to go next to it. Before we put this here, I'm going to put the ribbon on it. And it kind of looks like it's going over the seam, but it's actually just right here. So I'm going to take a glue dot. You know me and my glue dots. And I'm using a pokey tool. This is an old pokey tool. You can use the take your pick tool if you like to use a pokey tool to pick up embellishments, etc. This is probably maybe the most detailed card. And this one kind of cheats a little bit because we're going to wrap this beautiful snowflake ribbon around the outside edge. And then we're going to, just a second, we're going to cut it off right there. And then we're going to tie this in a knot. And then we're going to glue this on the front. Just with a glue dot, because then it looks like we worked really hard to get it on there, and we didn't. So I'm actually going to put a glue dot underneath there, just to make it a little flatter. There we go. And then I'm going to put another glue dot. You know me, I love my glue dots. And then we're going to put this here. And there we have it. And it looks like we worked a lot harder than we did to get that there. Okay, so next up, we are going to, see, isn't that gorgeous? I see a little peekaboo piece coming out over here. So I'm going to trim that. And like I said, it just depends on how your paper turned out. I cut them all the same size, but some of them I know had a couple issues and some of them didn't. So then this is going to go here, and together they make the card front. So you're going to kind of have to line it up and see exactly where you want them to go. And I already did put some glue on the back of this. That was my problem. So I'm going to tack that down for a second there. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal with this. I hope it goes well. My Stampin' Seal, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Oh, I love it tonight. I love it right there. That worked really well. So this is all ready. I'm going to butt this up against this, line it up, and tack it down. Then this one, like I said, it's already halfway glued down, and but we'll get it. I thank you for your patience on this. And since that's already kind of got some glue on it, I'll add a little bit more of it. I don't know if I can get any more out of this tube. I will not be having any more live classes until January because it's just crazy right now. They just announced today, you guys can be the first to find out. I'll get a newsletter out sooner than later. They announced the year-end closeout sale that starts on the 8th. Off the top of my head, I think that is Tuesday, but I could not tell you for sure. So there we have that. There's that beautiful piece. Then we're going to take some dimensionals and we're going to pop this up. And like I said, yours looks different, and I'm sorry about that. But if you didn't get the stamps, the Snowflake Splendor stamps, then yours didn't look like this anyway. So that's just fine. If you want a bigger piece of the Pretty Peacock, because you don't have that, just let me know and I will be happy to send you a chunk in the mail. So there is my Happy Christmas. And then this has a gem in the middle of it. And I did send you in your clear plastic, I did send you a chunk of gems. So we'll put a gem in the middle. And this card is finished. You can go ahead and stamp on the inside as well. I might do that with another stamps from the Snow Wonder because I already used that font, but I could also use the Snowflake Wishes for it. But I think I will use this. And Happy Christmas. Christmas wishes and joyful greetings are sending you blessings, peace, and magic with this Christmas season. I think I'm going to send magic. Sending magic sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? I think we could all use a little magic in our lives right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Oh, I do remember one more thing I was going to do to the front. I did send you a pack of the little snowflakes, so I think I sent you some of each color. So go ahead and use those to decorate as you see fit. And one more. There we have it. There's the front. I am going to use some of the Pretty Peacock for the inside. I'm going to go ahead and pray this goes well, better than some of the other things that have transpired today. And hopefully we can get this on straight. Line it up kind of at the bottom of my paper. Hopefully I'm still on camera. And oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. In my opinion, it's actually straight. So that's awesome. So there's the front of it. And there's the inside that I did. Like I said, I had to use a different stamp set. We could quickly make an envelope. And I'd probably just do similar to what I did in my other video and stick to the Snowflake Splendor, of course, and grab a couple of these snowflakes, of course, and I might just grab one. Let's grab this big one right here. I haven't used this for anything yet. And I will go ahead and put it on this Happy Christmas block and take off the Happy Christmas, put it in the pile of let's get it washed soon kind of things, and go ahead and ink up this. Now this has never been inked up, so I am going to drag it and try to get some of the stuff off of it just in case. And thank you for bearing with me through all the trials of this silly class. I have really enjoyed doing this, but life got in the way this week, and I'm afraid I'm just not going to show my name for a minute. But if you'd like to order anything, craftingwithme.stampinup.net is where you find me. Or text me, email, anything. This would be better if I had it underneath. Add some foam on it. See the difference? Oh, ladies, thank you for your patience and giving me grace with all this. Okay, so that is what we're going to call this card as complete. We have the envelope. I'm going to close the ink before I end up inking more than I want to. We're going to flip this around so you can have my contact information again if you need it. And there you have, oh, that's not it. There you have, I'm going to burnish this just one more time since it decided to be open more than closed. There you have it. I will take a better picture and get these off to you tonight. Have a wonderful, happy Christmas. Thank you. Bye-bye.